My name is Chris Saunders. People call me Dr. Moon. I grew up in Christiansburg, Virginia, and I have lived in this area my entire life. My family actually came to Floyd County, Virginia, mid-1700s, so we like to say we haven't gone far. And my family's always been musical. It's been something that's very part of this region as far as sharing music and making it available to everybody. So by becoming Dr. Moon, it was actually an opportunity to go back to our roots as far as providing music for free for the community. And so I've been doing that for the past 2 years. The name Dr. Moon, I had a candle company for 14 years. I made candles and incense. The name of the company was called Waxing Moon Candles and Incense. My granddaughter's name is Emma Moon. And so Dr. Moon sort of grew out of that. It also grew out of the fact that you don't really need a piece of paper for someone to tell you who you are, what you are, who you want to be. So I'm Dr. Moon, like Dr. Pepper, or Captain Kangaroo, or anything like that. So that's a little bit of my background as far as how all of this has come to be and how I've ended up here. I actually had the unusual experience of taking a job at Owens Dining Hall, Virginia Tech, in January of 2007. And during the time, I was running a shop called La Cantina. And the shop was specific in that you could write down your order and you didn't have to interact with anybody. You would just write your name on it. So one day I was working, and actually Cho, the young man that would take a lot of people's lives on campus, actually came through my line about 2 weeks before the shooting happened. And he had given me his order form. And at the time, when I took it, I could tell that there was something really wrong with the person. There was really somebody that was very, very upset. But it was Owens Dining Hall in the middle of a rush. And so there were hundreds of students in at the time, and I was behind the counter, and there was no way that I could come around and actually stop him and say, are you okay? So I really thought that there needed to be more outreach, more connection with the people coming through my line. So I went back to school to Radford University and graduated in 2012 with a performance art degree. And then began the idea of creating a theater experience and a music experience for people on the streets in the community. And so I started working with the town of Blacksburg to get the busking regulations loosened up as far as being able to do public performance, and so they were nice enough to do that. So for the past 2 years now, I've actively pursued performing on the streets as well as getting other people involved in going out and sharing their gifts with the community. I think it's a great thing to do. It's been a wonderful opportunity to practice my music and do the performances. We've also looked about bringing puppetry and storytelling downtown, Shakespeare monologues, things like that. So we're looking to expand the types of things other than just music that you would see downtown. So really that was, as much as anything, the reason that I went back to school, that you have to give the art, and then you have to give the things that you can give. You have to give the talents that you have to give. And maybe that's all you have to give. So for me, it was the opportunity to use the thing that I could do well, which was music and performing. And so by going to the streets, it enabled me to actually have contact with people. I could stop, talk to you, and find out and make sure you're okay, and have that interaction. So for me, that's the most rewarding thing about being on the street at the moment, is just being able to sort of keep an eye on everybody, see everybody's okay, and they have somebody that they can come and talk to that's not your parent, it's not your professor, not affiliated with the school, but just somebody that you can stop and talk to on the street and touch base with. So to me, that's valuable. Though my daddy worked hard down in that lumber yard, my daddy never was free from my mama's memory. And I'd see him sitting late at night, just reading the Bible by the old lamplight. Sometimes I'd hear my daddy cry, praying for the Lord to die, for to die. When our jobs came